Hello students, today will we discuss about importance of the opening scene in Othello. Othello जो प्ले है ट्रेजिक प्ले, इसमें ओपनिंग सीन का क्या महत्व है? ओके, it has been truly remarked that the opening scenes in Shakespeare's strike the keynote of the play. It is the time of Othello. Also in Othello, the opening scene serves as the key which unlocks the strange world of the play and gives us a peek into it. G.V. Harrison has remarked, the opening scene is one of Shakespeare's best, and plot has begun to move in the first 10 lines. फर्स्ट है रोड्रिगो एंड इयागो एंटर। जब ओपनिंग सीन होता है तब रोड्रिगो और इयागो की एंट्री होती है। ओके, रोड्रिगो प्यूस एंड प्लेंटिव अगेंस्ट इयागो। इयागो seething and incoherent with anger at Othello. In his first long speech, Iago reveals the cause of his fury and lays bare the motives for his hatred of the Moor. Next, introduced to Iago. In the opening scene, we are introduced to Iago, the villain, and Rodrigo, his dupe. We also learn that Iago has made Rodrigo a puppet in his hand and is freely using his purse. He has given Rodrigo a false hope that he will enjoy Desdemona one day. Iago, with the help of Rodrigo, wants to take revenge upon Othello because Othello has injured his sense of superiority by making Michael Cassio, not Iago, his lieutenant. Cassio, he tells us, has no more practical experience of military affairs than a spinster. With the help of Rodrigo, he awakes revenge by shouting loudly and informs him of the elopement of his daughter with the Moor. Revenge is so shocked that he can think of no other justification for this unequal match but the witchcraft that has been practiced in her. Along with a number of people and guided by Rodrigo, he finds Othello at his house where Iago is already present. Okay. Next, full of noise and shouting. Stafford Brooks is of the opinion that the opening scene of Othello is full of noise and shouting. It prepares the readers for the storm that to follow in the following scenes. This scene tells us many important things about the play. The first thing we learn is that Iago was a grudge to Othello for not making him his lieutenant. He thinks himself worthy the next higher rank. He has given practical proof of his ability in wars, while Cassio is mere book soldier and is without any experience of active service. G.V. Harrison has remarked, to be passed over in favor of a despised rival is one of the most painful blows in life, for it is an injury to a man's private vanity. The first reaction is usually a wild, unreasoning rage and a lust to do mischief. Next, Othello in trouble. In this frank confessions to Rodrigo, Iago tells us more about himself. He tells us that he has neither love for royalty or for Othello. It is simply to serve his purpose that it follows him. He is a mean contriver and he is bad upon taking revenge, but outwardly he is very courteous and polite and frankly tells us, I am not what I am. He is very happy and excited when he sees Othello in trouble. What excitement is there in this one tone when he asks Rodrigo to awake Brabantio? do with like timeless accent and dial as when we night and negligence the fire is spied in populous cities. Next, a glimpse of Rodrigo's character. This scene also gives us a glimpse of Rodrigo's character. He is a harmless creature and a fool who lets Iago use all his money in the hope of having Desdemona with Iago's help. Iago's villainy is beyond the horizon of his understanding. He loves Desdemona and is ready to do anything to achieve her love. Next, a knowledge of the military talent of Othello. The opening scene gives us a knowledge of the military talent of Othello. He has made himself indispensable to the state by his valuable services. The authorities cannot dispense with him in this emergency. They have no other person of his efficiency who is fit to save the island of Cyprus from the Turkish attack, as Iago tells us. For their souls, another of his fathom, they have none to lead their business. Okay. Next, characteristics of the Elizabethan Iago. This scene presents before us the very important characteristics of the Elizabethan Iago. The Elizabethans believed in enchantment and witchcraft. Brabantio suddenly struck off the idea that his daughter has been bewitched. Even to the Elizabethan audience, this in unequal match seemed quite strange, and for it, witchcraft could be the only explanation. To conclude, we may quote Walter Raleigh, the subdued voices talking earnestly in the street of money and preferment and ancient grudges and muttering of the storm which breaks with tropical violence in the sudden night alarm and is lulled into quiet again in the council chamber of the duke, but this cloud is only the vanguard of the darkness that is to follow and of the winds that are to blow till they have begun death. The final scene of Desdemona's murder is very tragic. It is too pathetic to be endured. An impenetrable gloom pervades the whole atmosphere. The scene starts in the bedchamber of Desdemona. Othello, who had staked his life upon her love, is now convinced of the unchastity of his wife, and this conviction is torturing his soul. For quite some time, his soliloquy at the opening of the scene shows a bitter conflict he is passing through. He is like a shipwrecked man who has nobody to turn to for a word of consolation, and so he clutches hold of the last possession he has keep afloat, his sole remaining property, honor, and on the altar of this honor he has to make a great sacrifice. The lives of Cassio and Desdemona are to be sacrificed. Desdemona must pay the penalty for the sake of his chivalrous sin of honor. As G.B. Harrison has remarked, at this moment he is purged of all rage and bitterness, and he sees himself not as an angry cold punishing and erring wife, but as justice embodied, avenging all manhood betrayed by the lust of woman. Desdemona strangely denied on oath that she ever gave the handkerchief as a token of love to Cassio, but his answer is not to be taken. She appeals for mercy, but it cannot move Othello's heart now. His heart is deeply pained, but it cannot affect the firmness of his hands. There is unmistakable and unlimited sorrow in the following lines. This brings before us the nobility of Desdemona, she is finest flower of nature. but she faded even before the smiles to full bloom. She remains faithful to her husband till her last breath. When Emily asks her the name of her murderer, she replies in a voice growing faint. This scene presents Emily also as a very noble lady. She reveals the truth about a handkerchief to Othello and supports her dead mistress at the cost of her life. The Othello is left with his world in dust around him and with his dead wife separated from him in this world and for all eternity. Emilia, for not keeping her mouth shut, is stabbed by Iago, falls down dead by the side of her dead mistress. The inexplicable destiny has Othello and Desdemona in its grave, and therefore a chance would have it the villainy of Iago is revealed a minute later, or the destructions of good might have been saved. It is in this very scene that we find poetic justice. The main plotter receives a blow from a corner he had never even dreamed of. He is entangled in a net which he himself had prepared to ensure others. He had planned to befool Roderigo, and the letters found from his pocket after death exposed his plot. He was jealous of Cassio and wanted to have him in his power, and it is given to Cassio to deal with this damage. He is to be killed by slow torture. The arch find is at last tongue tied.